I guess we no longer can use the intros, but we're here. I am your host, Justin Riley. With me, as always, is a living legend, 1999 All SEC linebacker, Marvin Constant, senior analyst of Touchdown Alabama Magazine, Stephen M. Smith. And as always, we're brought to you by Workspace Solutions and Oakmont Financial Partners. Hit that like button right now. If you're in a live chat, let's get things rolling. If you're watching the replay, get in the comment section. Let us know what you think. Fellas, welcome into another exciting Tuesday night. What's going on?
I mean, the intro trying to not let us be great, but we're going to be great anyway.
We're going to do what we do. But hey, before we get things rolling, we got an exciting guest, man. It's been a while since he's been on the show. Stephen M. Smith, if you would do the honors and introduce this man.
I mean, one of the most outstanding running backs to ever come through the University of Alabama football program. When I say this guy literally saved my appreciation for Alabama football in the Mike Schuler era. Love Mike Schuler, but my dad, who was an Auburn fan, was always on my back about it's Auburn. It's always Auburn. My dad, shut up. And this guy right here, literally, through the Mike Schuler era, kept me sane when you talk Alabama football with his style of running and speed and power and versatility and shiftiness and movement. Got an absolute beast on a football field and rocking 34 like nobody's business. Ken Darby, the guy, he's here. Ken Darby, what's up, man?
What's up, bro? That was a dope intro.
hey, Stevie. What he didn't tell you was he failed 3 grades in high school on purpose so he had to play against me in practice.
Is that it, Marvin?
Oh man, I would love to play against you, Big C.
Hey, let's talk about that. How would that meeting go? Who would survive the collision?
Oh, that's one thing. I ain't gonna let Marvin get a good lick on me, man. No way. I look too shitty for that. I ain't gonna do that. No.
Smart man. Very smart man.
No. Marvin had to catch
Marvin, I kind of question his credibility. I don't know if you remember this, but KD did get taken out by a referee in an NFL game.
Oh, no, he didn't know that.
Now, see, that was a little blood, Justin. Real.
I'm sorry.
Oh, man. Hey, bro.
Let me ask you.
See, KD, I done brought you all this love, and look at what Justin did.
That picture ain't what it looked like. I promise you, bro. It ain't how it went down. That is not how it went down.
Go ahead, clear the air because.
Let me do that because a lot of not how much smoke I got back then home when I got. So this what happened, man. Like this what happened. It was a simple check down play, right? Just a little dump off. Quarterback dumped the ball off. So in the midst of him dumping the ball off, I had linebackers from the left coming at me. So therefore, I'm getting away from the linebacker, not really looking ahead. So I'm running away. As soon as I turn around, I'm like run right into the ref. So the ref like brace itself from the leg. And what the pitchers called is him like bracing himself, like he hitting me. I'm like, oh hell no. So it didn't even go down like that. I literally like bumped into him. He was trying to get out the way. And his arm went out and it looked like he was punching. I'm like, oh hell, I thought they photoshopped it.
So Derrick Henry famous for stiff arming people to sleep, and you famous for getting stiff armed by a ref.
Oh, get on with that, boy. You better go ahead. You better go ahead. Hey, let me tell you
I'm just messing with you, JK.
Let me tell you something, man. You know, after I seen that photo, man, I was looking for that dude every week, bro. I like looking for him every week. I just want to run his little old self over, dog. One time. I was hot, bro. Like, I got it for the rest of the season, bro. They gave it to me for the rest of the season. But that's how that happened, bro. That's how that happened.
Didn't mean to bring up.
I bumped into him.
Okay, I appreciate you clearing the air. We needed that.
Yeah, my
Bo,
head went on a swivel like
what's
it should've
going
been.
on, sir?
Man, what's up, man? How y'all doing, man?
I'm good, man. What, you in a waiting room in somewhere in the lobby somewhere?
Now I'm in the hotel, fool.
Man, I'm about to say you like you in a funeral home waiting room somewhere, but man,
Boy, stupid.
I was starting to get worried. Man.
I need to. That mean I need to come live with you then.
Hey, Bo,
Come
how's the autograph signing for the kids, Bo?
Huh?
How's the autograph signing for the kids?
Man, it ended up not being an autograph signing. We had to deliver a gift to a season ticket holder. So we personally delivered the ticket to their house since they was season ticket holders, and they was also Alabama fans as we speak. But it turned out great, man. They was excited about it, especially for seeing me and Brian Allen, coming to their home, something they were unexpected of, but it turned out to be great. It's always good to see the fans smile, and especially going to their house, something that they don't even expect to happen. And it's just heartwarming to see the smile on the family faces. And one of the ladies she had just had surgery from a torn Achilles, so yeah. So God be with her.
No doubt. Well, you're only a couple of weeks away from start of the season. How you feeling? What's going on in practice? Get us up to date.
I'm feeling good, man. Feeling great. We got a great team. We got the potential to be good. We got the potential to go back to the championship. But you have it's that time of the year where you have to clean up some things, and that's what we got to do. We got to clean up some things, and we got new players, so they got to buy into the system, buy into the program, and understand what's going on and what co-host is asking for. And some guys, got to learn how to be a pro, and but we have a great team, man, very talented. If I had to say will we win a championship off of talent, we definitely would win off of talent. But we have to get things together and play together as a unit. But that just camp. That's just how camp go. Camp is just a rough draft to the first game, and I think we're gonna be more exciting to watch this year than it was last year. I can say that.
Y'all need me to come out of retirement? I'm ready.
Yeah, we'll fuck you up the first play. So
Who?
Oh, okay. That'll do it for our show.
This is the helmet of an assassin, sir. Do you understand? Messing me up. Don't nobody know what that look like. You run up on me if you want to, man. I would have folded you up like a cheap church chair. So smart.
You see that dark visor right there? That for you.
And it still fit.
That for you to not able to see where I'm going.
I don't need to see where you're going. I know how to get
You a cheater. You're a cheater. You're a cheater. You're a cheater. You cheat to play. You cheat to play.
I cheat because I know formations and I know what plays coming off.
You cheat to play. If you do what you line up in your spot what coach told you and do your job.
Work smarter, not harder.
But nah, hey. But we got some pretty good guys. I think we're gonna be all right though at linebacker. I wish we could take you, Marvin. Why won't you?
You don't.
We do need you on our team.
For what? So I'll be another
without the hard knee.
Listen, man. All I am is an IR slot. I'm just gonna fill up one of your IR slots. That's all I'm gonna do.
You can give me one play every 4 plays, can't you?
Huh?
You can give me one. This dude here crazy. I hit fucking mind, man.
Hey, man, what you mean? That man's smart.
No, he's just a fan. Obviously, he don't know the game. If he taking you over me,
he know what a physical specimen look like.
How you gonna take a fake knee over two good knees. Like,
Golly, bro.
he
Hey, hold on, Bo. Bo woke up and chose violence.
He uses his walker to get up the steps. Like, he put it on the video, not showing that part, but in reality, he got the walker up top and just video at the bottom. And then y'all like,
I'm in better shape than you right now, sir.
I'll be damned if you are. You can't even run.
Who can't?
You just said you can't run.
I didn't say I couldn't run. I said I was going to take up one of your IR slots. That's different.
I asked you, could you give me one play out of 4? You said no.
If I can or want to are two different things.
Can you? Okay, can you
Yeah.
give me one out of what can you give me 2 plays? I need you first. I need you. You showing. Hey, listen, muscle.
Physical specimen.
You can have a.
We didn't ask for your OnlyFans.
You can have a 16. You can have a 16 pack, a 2x4 arm, but I need you to take at least 4-5 steps to go 7 yards.
Hey man, let's get to Ken Darby. Man, we tired of hearing about you.
Bro, y'all keep going.
Y'all not hating. They're not hearing about me. We talking about you.
Hey, Justin, please take some type of control over there, man.
Right, we're here to talk.
This is
Kenneth
beautiful.
Darby.
I hate to break it up.
Kenny, man, Coach Larry's always showing us your outside zones, man, at Alabama, man. How you doing?
I'm good, big homie.
Stephen M. Smith, let's get back to football. If you would, let us know what's going on in spring practice. Seen some great film, seen some development from these young guys, man. Start us off right, and then we'll talk about it. What you got?
Okay, so the clip around the world last week was at the quarterback competition, and people were zooming in, trying to get a glimpse of, okay, who made the throw to Ja'Cory Brooks in practice for a touchdown. It was Jalen Milroe who made the throw. People were going crazy about it. So it looks like Milroe has been working with a private quarterback coach. Is he working in Texas? Is he working in California, Florida? I don't know. Or is he working with Marvin? He could be working with Marvin. But Jalen Milroe has been working with a private quarterback coach. You see the footwork looks better. The mechanics look a lot cleaner, which is good. Now, can he continue this throughout practice, because the first scrimmage is Friday? And Nick Saban ain't going to tell us nothing, so we're going to have to hear what went on. But if Milroe can continue this throughout spring, this is really, really good for him, especially with, the people that kind of sort of count him out of the competition. Now, this is not saying that Ty Simpson is not doing well, because he is, but just the clip around the world, Jalen Milroe has people talking, which is what he should do. He should be having people talking, and he has that going for him right now.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's funny, as good as Jalen Milroe is doing right now, you've got some people out there still downplaying everything positive he does, which is ridiculous. And Stephen, you and I talked about it last night about how this has played out before. We've seen it before. We've seen it with Blake Sims and Jake Coker. We've seen it with Mac Jones. We've seen it with Jalen Hurts. And we've even seen it with Bryce Young. There was a time where people were ready to bench Bryce Young year one in favor of Paul Tyson.
We've seen it with Andrew Zhao and Tyler Watts. We've seen it forever.
I mean, let's be honest. It's what do we all know here? We all know experience is the best teacher. We all know this. And Jalen Milroe last year, as much as people want to say, well, he had 3 turnovers against Texas A&M, he also had 3 touchdowns. But he grew from that. That was experience for him. That is something he will always be able to draw from. I remember in 2019 when Tua Tagovailoa was the quarterback, he got hurt against Tennessee, and then Mac Jones goes out there against Arkansas. He plays well, but folks were like, me, Uncle Jim Bob, and some folks churning butter can go out there and beat Arkansas. That's Arkansas. But he goes out there in the Iron Bowl against Auburn and gets hit a bunch of times, still throws 4 touchdowns. He has 2 picks. One of the picks was his fault. The point being, Mac Jones took that experience, and then 2020, he goes off and wins a national championship. So Jalen Milroe is in the exact same position as a lot of these former Alabama quarterbacks. He got experience last year in 2 games. Let's let him take from that experience and use it now for this upcoming season.
The one thing I'll say, and I think Coach Saban's been pretty great at this, is not having his locker room divided, because a lot of times quarterback controversies do tend to divide a locker room. I'll go back to when I played. We won the SEC championship in '99, and next year they said it's a quarterback controversy, and the season went to hell fast, because the locker room was divided and, several other issues. When you have a locker room that's divided, you'll have that trickle-down effect, and it does lead to poor performance on the field, and teams do tend to underperform, when that happens. So I just hope, that he keeps that under control.
I think he has, Marvin, and I think the one thing that Saban has done a great job of is he talks up both guys. He talks up Milroe and he talks up Simpson. He did this in a recent ESPN interview with Heather Dinich as she was in Tuscaloosa. He talked to both guys. Now, neither of the two have just a whole bunch of experience, but they both have things that you like. Jalen Milroe, you mentioned Marvin, the athlete. Defenses don't like to chase quarterbacks. They like the guys that sit back in the pocket. Jalen Milroe's the athlete. Ty Simpson does have quickness. He does have athleticism, but he also does have a very strong arm in terms of arm talent. So both guys present something that you like. The question is, with the new OC and quarterback developer, who takes to Tommy Rees quicker, right? That's the big question. Who takes to Tommy Rees quicker, and which one can Tommy Rees develop quicker?
I agree completely. Katie, I think you're the only person who hasn't experienced any quarterback controversy. But what are you looking for in the guy who's going to be this lead signal caller? What do you want from him to gain your trust in order to lead that offense?
Somebody who's going to audible and hand him the ball all the time.
That's one. That's one. But now, the most important thing, man, not just quarterback, but just any position, period, is that person who's going to have a voice, all right? A person who's not afraid to pretty much speak his mind, but at the same time, he's sure behind his actions. So that's what I would look for as a quarterback, my starting quarterback, because, of course, he the leader of the team, especially on the offensive side. So I need a guy who really can voice his emotions. He can definitely also put in the work and show us behind his actions, and also lead us and guide us in where we need to be on the field. That's the most important thing. To me, that's what I'm looking for. A lot of dudes talk a lot, but at the same time, their actions don't back it up. But if he can do both, which I know Buddy can, because he got all the talent there, it's just now the ball is pretty much in his court. It's for him to do something with it, because like you said, Steve, and all y'all pretty much said, experience is something. That boy has had the experience on the SEC level. He know what a game looked like. He know the feel of the game. He know what to expect. He know how the competition reacts. Like, he has all that. So he know how to prep and prepare for a game or for a season. So he got an advantage. And like I say, the ball in his court to just pretty much take it and run with it. It's up to him. But as a leader, he'll definitely have to show me more verbal, because I know his skill set there. Of course, it's going to get better. But those two things right there, verbal and skills and action, you can take it home all the way and take them all the way.
What was it about JPW and Brody that caused you guys to buy into what they were selling?
I can speak a lot more for Brody, because I played with Brody a little longer. JP came my last year or whatever. But I know with Brody already had a rifle as an arm. So we already know he had a strong arm. He had the skill set. Now, one thing about Brody, he didn't mind getting in your face or telling you, like, what was up, like, we need to do this, or getting people aligned in a position where they need to be, and just taking charge of the offense. That's one thing that we liked about Brody. For one, he knew how to take charge of his offense. Like, he was the type, if he didn't see a play work, he'll audible. He'll audible out without even really pretty much. He almost used to put me in mind of Willie Beeman. of any given Sunday, man, will it just make up his own play? Brody will pull. He'll pull something like that if he had to, because he knew he had the talent around him where he could pull it off. He had great wideouts. He had a great backfield. Like, he knew he could, like, hey, we're gonna do this. I want you to do this and get open. All right, and that's how it worked. He just took charge, and his action just spoke for itself.
You know, I never understood how somebody that thin could throw the ball so hard.
That boy had a rifle, boy. Brody,
I used to
I like
watch
that
him
boy.
throw it.
He was skinny as a stick, but that boy had a gun on him, boy.
I used to watch him throw it, and I was like, man, you throw that at me like that, we're going to have a problem.
I hate it when he got hurt.
Yeah,
I really did,
bro.
because I really felt like if Brody would have never got hurt in 2005, that was a national championship, period.
Yep, easy.
Not just 05, 04 as well.
04 too.
No, both of them.
Y'all lost how many players in 04?
04, we lost Brody, we lost Ray Hudson, we lost a good amount of people, bro. 04, we was banging. Like, me and Ray back. 04 was a great season because Ray was there. Then when both of those boys went down, man, it was a load to carry. It was a load to carry. Because at least with Brody, he spread the ball. Yeah, you just can't put 8 or 9 in a box. Go forward and see when you try to do that, what happened. He finna light you up. So that's why we were so balanced. Like, when he went out, they knew they can just load the box because we didn't have we had the quarterback, but they weren't experienced enough to take charge of the offense and get the ball downfield and distribute the ball to the playmakers like Brody did. But when Brody was in, it was we was rocking and rolling.
Yeah, he has one of the quickest releases I've ever seen. That thing comes out fast,
quick,
and hard,
quick. And the receivers we had, like, we had Pro Throw, DJ, all on board. Like, they knew as soon as you get out your break, your head better be right there because that ball coming quick and fast.
But he also had one of the prettier deep balls.
Oh yeah,
I mean, that deep ball was gorgeous. That sucker came. Yeah.
My opinion is this with Brody, man. If he could have, of course, put on a little bit more weight, of course, and stayed healthy, man, he could still be playing in the league, bro. Easy.
I can see that.
Because that boy, he had the skill set, he had the arm, he had the IQ. Like, he just was a good ball player. He just couldn't stay healthy at all.
Now, we talked about this before we got on air. One of the best characteristics of a great back is being able to get stronger as the game wears on. Did you really understand what that meant in 2004 against Southern Miss when you had to account for 97% of the offense?
Man, I told you I loved it. I did, bro. I told you, man, especially coming into college ball, like, even in high school ball, like, the more a running back get the ball, the stronger a running back get, period. Because he got his feel for the game. He feeling it. So it's like, and Bo can contest to this, once you get that ball and you're in a rhythm, you feed me more than you get the feeding of running back and he getting his rhythm.
Oh, yeah. You got
bro, you can tell he had a 50 carry. You're like, what? That's all I had was 50? Shit. I'm ready to get 50 more the way I'm feeling.
Right.
So,
if I was out there, it'd be 50 carries for -5 yards.
You always coming with him.
Go ahead with that, bro. You know
He a what if guy.
But yeah, as far as carry wise, yeah, man, that's just the signs of a great running back, man. The more you give him the ball, the stronger he get. While defense getting tired, you just running even stronger. And that's another reason why I always use Henry, because that boy, he was a big boy. Everybody thought the more you give it to him, he'll slow down. That big boy used to get stronger and stronger each run. So I'm like, man, that's just the signs of a great running back to me.
So what game did you feel your strongest? Like you were the heavyweight fighter ready to lay that knockout blow on the defense?
I don't know, bro, to be honest with you. I think every game I felt that way.
I can remember one. You took out Patrick Willis against Ole Miss.
Oh, P-Dub, yeah.
Man, talk about that. That was a hell of a play.
Which one? Because I usually give it to Patrick Willis every year.
I think it was 2004. He thought he had you dead to right, and you said, "Nuh-uh, not today." and you I think you ran through him, and then you bounced out to the outside and took it another 20 yards.
Yeah, that was at Bama, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, just like I just said, man, just when a running back feeling, he feeling it. I don't care who it is. It can be Marvin Constance. It can be anybody that could come up. But when a running back feeling it, man, it's hard to get them down. And even and one thing about Patrick Willis, man, that joke, he was a great linebacker. It's just I felt like I just knew what he was all about as far as how he wanted to tackle. So I just knew exactly how he was going to come at a running back, especially a guy like myself and the way I use the run. I just knew how he was going to come at me. So it was always, to me, I always felt it was a little easier getting out his tackles because I knew he was going to come in kind of out of control.
No doubt. Well, let's get to the current day. The running backs. Last year, I think, is a consensus across the board that we lack that physicality that we're accustomed to, especially, someone like yourself provided back in the day. But now we're getting back to that. Feels like Tommy Rees is reinstilling that. Eric Wolford is doing his part. He's getting that physically imposing offensive line back in place. What do you like about Jase McClellan that tells you that he's about to take off? And we talked a little bit before the show. Is there anybody waiting in the wings that could emerge?
As far as running back wise, I think, of course, you're always going to have a hit squad back there. This is just Bama, period. Bama always been known for having great running backs. Just like with our quarterback situation with McCullough, man, like I say, the ball in his court still. Like, the ball is in his court. I think it's his job to lose, you ask me, because he's a great back. He knows what to do. But I think anybody that come in behind him or whatever, it's just going to be an addition. It's just adding just more. You just put more fuel to the fire on the field to me. So I'm around with Jason all day on this. I hope he win the job and open the season up because I like him as a running back.
I really like Jase. I think now he's Jase is back to where he was when he first came in that 2020 class as a freshman. Jase is healthy, and that's the one thing with Jase. He started off, 2020 his freshman year. We saw the speed initially, the 80-yard run against Arkansas. And in his sophomore year, that's where he got hurt. He was starting to show the versatility as a pass catcher too. He got hurt against Ole Miss, and then last year he came back. He got more power in this game. He was running guys over. He was running through guys, and the offensive line was like, whoa, where you get this power from, son? Whoa. So he finished last year with like 7 rushing touchdowns. So now with him being back, his senior year, he's kind of ready to be the featured guy. But what KB mentioned here is the guy behind him. Who stands behind McClellan? And I think the first guy that's going to get that look behind him is the guy that Bo has been mentoring. It's Justice Haynes time. I think Justice Haynes is going to get a real shot at this thing. Coming in from Buford High School, when you've had that 1-2 punch, that's when Bama has been at its best. And I think Haynes is going to get a serious shot to be that number 2 behind McClellan.
That'd be a good combination.
Yeah, I think so too. And I think the most biggest and important thing about Jase is that he has his confidence is high right now. And Kenny, once a running back get his confidence up, it's over. Like it just flow. It's just I think that Jase is gonna be one on running back where he's just flowing. Like if you give it to him 6 to 7 times, he gonna give you a chunk of yards. And with those 6 and 7 carries, he gonna give you some boom. He gonna, he got the versatility to run you over and to make a guy miss. And by him having the confidence that he have now, it's only gonna make him a better player because he knows where his hole is gonna be. He knows where his lineman is ace blocking to or deuce blocking up to the linebacker. And he know where his run gonna hit at, and it's up to him to set it up And I think that he got the mentality and the mind and the physicality to be that type of back at Bama as we speak, because of what he been through and the guys in front of him and how he been playing the years before. And I think this year it's just gonna be a combination of one. He's healthy, his confidence up, he knows the playbook, he know what he's doing, he know where his players are. So I think that Jase is gonna be a very big piece to the offense. And like you said, Haynes is going to give him a run for his money. So I think that by Haynes being the number 2 guy, is going to keep Jase on his toes to keep going 100% every play, because he don't want to lose that spot. So I think that they're going to make him work even harder when you know you have someone behind you just as good as you are, and plus someone behind Justice Haynes just as good as he is. So I think that this running back group is going to be one of the greats that came through Alabama. But they got the potential to do it, so it's up to them to do it.
Well, Bo, you've been working with Justice. There's been a lot of talk on how well he's adjusted and how acclimated he's becoming to the offense. He was in bowl prep. He showed out there, and he's turning the heads right now in spring. And whenever you hear a name mentioned several times at Alabama spring practice, that's something you don't take lightly. What do you like about him? And I think the biggest thing that people are wanting to ask is how fast can he pick up that playbook and pick up the offense? If he's able to get it pretty quickly, how soon does he become an impact player?
I mean, the run game is very easy. It's all about knowing how to pick up the blitzes. If he can pick the blitzes up very well in practice, Coach Saban can trust him to do it in the game. I think that he gonna be an impactful player real soon.
And to add on that with Bo, if Justice Haynes, if he can pick up the blitzes and hold that ball high and tight, the 2 things right there. You pick up the blitz, you hold the ball high and tight, you very easily find your way on the field. And the crazy thing about Justice is he gives you the power, he gives you the speed, but what people underrate about him is he is freakishly athletic. You back watching from high school, he was hurdling like Najee was hurdling. So
Yeah,
he
his
is
lower body,
freakishly athletic.
his lower body is very, very petite. Like his lower body is very strong. He's very quick. Like he has some of the best feet work at running back that I've seen in a minute from watching his videos and watching him at the little clips from practice. But yeah, this guy here is something special. Like I told you, he like a mixture of all the running backs that ever came through Alabama, if I had to say so, because of the way that he built, the way that he worked, the way that he runs. It's just something just unique that you doesn't see that come around every once in a while.
I got you. Marvin, you've been way too quiet, so I'm going to flip it over to the defensive side of the ball. I'm getting kind of nervous because you're not saying anything.
Kill everything, Moose. Kill.
Hey, just let them have their moment.
I had to put him on mute.
Oh, is that what it was?
Yeah, Steve Brown ain't here, so you know what I'm saying. I got to take the place of Steve Brown, because you see, as soon as I came on, he was heating at me. I ain't said nothing. He said he thought I was in a funeral home.
How you said the background in that room you in, it looked like you had somebody repass.
Hey, look, as soon as I come on, I ain't get a chance to say what's up, Mar. He was at, where you at? You at a funeral home? Like,
man, listen, all I'm looking for is Publix fried chicken and green beans in the background.
Hold on. Why gotta be Publix fried chicken?
That's their repass staple, baby.
It is. You can't have a successful repass without that. I thought he was in a witness relocation program, but I think Marvin's more dead on.
I'm just saying, because that room looked real.
Hey, if you think I'm in a funeral home, just know it's real quiet.
They are quiet in there.
Yeah, a lot of spirits in here.
They are grieving.
They are. And who might be grieving is opposing offenses this fall. Justin Boybe announced yesterday he's 100% healthy, ready to go. Him matched with Jaheim Otis. Marvin, what do you like about that, especially for these new linebackers that are going to be taking over and hopefully reinstilling that make their ass quit mentality?
in a 3-4 defense or any defense in general, if you got a defensive front that can hold their own, holding up those guards and tackles, giving those linebackers the ability to get over the top and flow as needed, whether, it's inside or outside, that alone, is going to improve linebacker performance, So because anytime you got to fight off guards and tackles or they're getting into your feet, more than likely you're already 2-3 yards down the field. So that means, they're probably going to pick up 3 or 4 yards if they're running the ball. But when you have those studs up front who can reestablish that line of scrimmage and push them backwards, that way linebackers are making tackles, for loss or at the line of scrimmage, then it changes the sticks. So instead of it being, 2nd and 5, 2nd and 6, it's 2nd and 8, 2nd and 9. That's a completely different set of plays you can call at 2nd and 8, 2nd and 9 versus 2nd and 5 or 2nd and 6, because then the offensive coordinator has a lot more leeway. So overall, I think you'll see an improvement in the overall defense.
The question I have is with the boys be coming back, and that's huge for him, back for his 5th season. Who's the other defensive end? That's my big question right there. Is it Jamil Burrows? Is it Tim Smith? Is it Damon Payne? Like, who becomes that third, that defensive end opposite Justin Boygby? We know what Jaheim Oates is going to do. Jaheim Oates, we pretty much know what his identity is. So, yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So opposite Boygby, who is that guy? That will be what my eyeballs will be on.
I got you. So, Marv, if you had to challenge these linebackers, what would be the first thing that you want them to focus on that maybe was missing last year?
One of the things I think, a great defense.
Get your nose in there.
Well,
don't close your eyes in the hole.
Get your hat in there. Get in there and get you something. But for a defense to be considered elite or great, it starts with your run defense.
You say you have to have a treat.
Okay.
That's their
yes.
friends?
Yes.
Yes, you can have one. Take an extra one. No, but for a defense to be considered elite and to have championship caliber play, it starts with the run defense. If you're not one of the top 3 run defenses in the country, your chances of winning the national championship are diminished greatly by being outside of that top 3. That top 3 is what's going to be what controls the flow of the game. Because again, if you can stop a team from running and, you force them to have to pass the ball, it slows the game down. It creates more 3 and outs. In turn, gives your offense more plays. So I'm going to challenge them to have one of the top 2 rush defenses in the country this year. Because if we have the number 2 rush defense, it's only going to make our pass defense better.
Absolutely. Now, Katie, we already talked about you and Patrick Willis, but he probably was easy compared to what you had to deal with in practice daily, right? Freddie Roach, D'Amico Ryans, a host of others. What was those collisions like, and how much easier did they make regular games for you?
Bro, it's funny you say that. I used to tell people this all the time when I even played. I like a week of us practicing against our defense. When we played against our defense, I thought that was the easiest defense we played against, to be honest. Because I didn't go against talent where you had talent all over. Of course, it was talented defense that we played against, but I just didn't see it. I never went against a defense as good as ours. You know what I'm saying? Because our D linemen was dogs, our linebackers was dogs, secondary was dogs. Like, everybody was headhunters. So a week of practice going against those jokers, picking up blitz pickups and just like tapping off against those guys, man, it was – when I got to game day, man, I was like, this not great, but it's a lot easier. A lot easier going against our guys. Mm-hmm.
I mean, you had some dudes, Freddie Roach, Cornelius Wortham, D'Amico Ryans, Juwan Simpson.
D'Amico didn't play no games. So he had that defense right, man. He had
taught him everything he knew.
Oh, listen at this dude here.
But Ken, so looking at Freddie entering his 4th, 5th year as the D-line coach for Bama, do you think your boy can turn the dogs loose this year? Because people have been wondering when Freddie gonna turn these boys loose. So is this the year you see that?
I hope so. Because I'm looking at the D-line like, shit, the way Freddie played ball, he used to be wide open on that field. Head hunter. So hopefully he just take the leash off them boys and let them go hunt. Because if he coach them like he played, it should be a great season.
Definitely ready for that. We're 3 weeks out essentially from the A-Day game. Guys, what is Coach really looking for at this point in terms of solidifying a team? What are these guys going through right now as they draw near to the end of the spring practice?
Is the A-Day game not next weekend?
It's in 2 weeks, 3 weeks. 3 weeks.
22nd, Bo.
22nd.
22nd.
What bubble have you been living in, sir?
My bubble that I've been in, sir.
The USFL bubble, sir.
Nah, I think just for me, what these guys are trying to get done as they get toward the end of spring practice. Number one is how many of these guys are understanding how to play fast. Like I mentioned, the first scrimmage is this Friday. So Coach Saban usually he's going to take a step back. The whole coaching staff's going to take a step back. They're going to turn them lights on. And who has enough of this playbook right now to play fast where we ain't going to tell you nothing. Who got enough of this playbook? So that first scrimmage is going to open up a lot. And then on top of that, it's just who has captured to this point the philosophy of Kevin Steele and Tommy Rees. Like who has enough? So this first scrimmage on Friday will start to peel back a lot of what we want to see.
I got you. One interesting thing that was brought up, I think it was yesterday, Hugh Freeze mentioned changing things up a little bit in terms of spring games. Instead of playing each other, he suggested we play, crosstown teams like Troy, UAB, Alabama State. Guys, is that something we could legitimately do? It definitely would draw more attention and more interest. Is that something would y'all be in favor for? What are your thoughts?
I want to know who gave Hugh Freeze a mic? Like who did that?
I don't like that, Justin.
You don't like it? Okay,
no.
Give us a reason why.
I mean, we had the opportunity to have our camp to be under the lights, is what they call it, where they come and they video do the whole thing. So our leadership team, we were like, no, because of what we got going on in Alabama, we don't want everybody to see what we doing. I mean, and it's just like if you go out there and play Troy, like somebody can end up, having an injury that could have been avoided by practicing against doing this 8-day the normal way how we've been doing and the traditional way how we've been doing. Like I don't see the reason why we should go screaming somebody like UAB. We got our defense. Our team is good enough to split it like he's been doing and be even on both sides of the ball. Like there's just a waste of day, I think, by going to screaming Troy or whoever we made. It's just a waste, I think.
Well, that's not why I say no.
Okay, what's your?
I say no because that's not a fair matchup. You're gonna pit Troy and UAB against Alabama and Auburn. That's not a fair matchup. So if you're going to take the route of having games, I'm not so much concerned about injuries. I mean, that's the nature of the game we play. Some people are gonna get injured. I would take it a step further and say challenge an equal level opponent. Maybe play a Pac-12 team that you normally wouldn't play. Or a team, or a Big 12 team, somebody that's normally never on your schedule, but that will still provide you a high level opponent without playing a UAB or a Troy that you're gonna mop the floor with.
Yeah, I agree. I'm not opposed. I'm definitely not opposed to. Never been opposed to scrimmaging other teams, but I agree with what Marvin said. I would rather scrimmage against a team that's in our conference or out of our conference, like a Pac-10 or Big 10 or SEC team. That's just me. I wouldn't want to go against like a UAB or somebody like that.
That's why I say
I'd rather have a high level.
That's why I say it'd be a waste of practice to do it.
And then not only that, man, do you understand we can watch spring football for real? Oh man.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
I would much rather watch Alabama spring game against UCLA or Oregon State or against TCU or one of these other teams than to watch them inter-squad scrimmages. I ain't watching that on TV.
Right. Or a team like Nebraska.
Right. I think the NCAA love making money and these schools love making money. I can't believe they hadn't went down this route yet.
You sure you want us to go up against Nebraska? Nah. Oklahoma, maybe. Yeah. Nebraska? Nah.
Scott Frost ain't done nothing in Nebraska. That team has been horrible.
He's gone.
That's why he got fired.
I think it'd be a great idea. I mean, the NFL does it. You do it in high school. You have the spring scrimmages. Why not do it in college
Jamboree game, baby.
Make things a little more interesting. Bring some more eyes. Bring some more revenue. More NIL.
You'll have a lot more people show up to spring games, but then you'll get the drawback of, well, what about it would have to be some type of home and away series, because then the fans can't see their team at home. They'd have to travel. But I'm all for it. I think it'd be a great idea to have a home and away series with teams in other conferences.
But do you think they give us a chance to see what we have? Enough time?
I'm going to play a lot harder against another team than I will my own teammates, because I got tired of doing them being in practice. That was too easy.
Right. How would you split the reps, or how would the reps be split up to know who's going to be the starter at what position?
First, starters play first half, second half, backups play.
Pretty much. That's how it's
real simple.
So you're saying that whoever start in the scrimmage, that's the starter?
Your projected starting lineup, first half, second half, play your backup. Your second team on your backups.
Yep. Whoever been taking the first team reps all leading up into the scrimmage, that's who's gonna start it off.
Exactly.
Okay, there you go.
That means water boy, not you.
All right, before we kind of wind things down, we got a lot of impressive freshmen who've enrolled early. Guys, if y'all have had an opportunity to watch any of them, is there any that you've seen so far that makes you think this guy might be an impact player? It can be on either side of the ball. Stephen, I'll start with you. I think you've seen a lot from Caleb Downs. You've seen some other things from Justice Haynes. Do you have a guy that maybe you feel like it's going to be an immediate impact?
I actually have three. I have three. Well, two in a possible. I'll put it like that. Two in a possible.
You playing spades or watching plays?
I'm doing both. So the two definites, number one, defensively is Caleb Downs. He will start in the secondary. That guy looks the part right now in practice. He will start either as a nickel corner or he'll start at one of two safety spots. That guy can flat out play right now.
Who that you said? Who's that?
Caleb Downs, kid from Georgia, Mill Creek High School.
Yeah. Okay.
He's one. The other one's Justice Haynes. Justice Haynes is the other one. Now, the possible, which comes to the spade terminology from Marvin, the possible, I would look at Caden Proctor on the offensive line. And the only reason why I call him a possible is we all know Saban likes to lean to his experienced guys first. And that's where Darian Dalcourt comes in. So Dalcourt and Proctor, they're fighting for that starting left guard position. Me personally, I go Proctor, put the guy out there, let him get his growing pains, get him out there. But knowing Coach Saban, hey, he going to have probably Darian Dalcourt out there first. And then if Dalcourt has some hiccups, then he'll put Proctor out there. But I will look at my two definites, definitely Downs and Haynes, and the possible is Proctor.
Okay. Guys, do y'all have anybody you have your eye on right now that possibly could be a breakout star as a freshman?
Well, you know who my guy is.
Oh, I know that. My question is, I know he's not going to be a young guy per se, but he's going to be new to the program. That's Malik Benson. This is a guy that we needed last year. We didn't have that Tate, the top off the defense type of wide receiver, and he's drawing comparisons to Henry Ruggs in terms of speed and explosivity, and he's been turning heads in spring practice. He's a guy that I feel like they can make an immediate impact. He's already doing so already. And as far as defense, got to go with Caleb Downs. I'm looking at practice photos and live action. He looks like he's in his third year at Alabama. From a physical standpoint, he looks like he's read Marvin's book 3 times and might be writing his own soon. He seems to get it right now. He's on loan to us from the NFL.
You grow muscles by reading the book. Shit, I need to read the book.
Hey man, I'm gonna make a workout video just because you made one. All right, I'm gonna make.
Hey, but
What you mean?
in all seriousness though, reflecting back on something that Marvin has always said here, you got to have it done on the field. I mean, you got to have this thing done here on the field. So this A-Day is going to be fun. The scrimmages are going to be fun. But once we get into fall camp and we really start to see, okay, this guy has completely separated, that guy has completely separated, then we'll get to see how truly fun this is going to be.
Okay. All right, before we close up, KD, quick questions. One, what was the hardest hit you either got or you gave out?
I never really got hit hard. Too shifty for that. So
okay, I hear you.
Far as giving a hit, I don't know, man.
Patrick Willis.
I never really laid the boom on Patrick, man. To be honest with you, I always like to keep everybody indecisive. I always like to have linebackers or the defense not know what I'm gonna do, either shake them or run them over. So,
okay.
I don't know.
Player on the other side of an opposing team that pissed you off and you couldn't wait to go against him.
Oh, what's my main name from LSU? Secondary.
Ryan Clark. Patrick Peterson.
No.
Patrick Peterson.
Marvin. Hey man, what's his name? Secondary strong safety. Big Swole.
Oh!
Damn. I can't think of this joker name for nothing, man.
Oh my gosh, his face is in my mind now too.
When I think his name, I'm gonna let you know. But that joke, me and him did not have a good boy. Yeah, he used to bring the helmet like he. Oh man, I can't think of that. But he was a head hunter, but me and him could not get along.
My mind. I hate when this happens. When somebody faces in my mind. Was he number 30?
Yep.
Oh,
that's his name. I forget his name, but that
Landry. Was it
Landry?
Landry.
Laurent, yeah. Me and Laurent Landry did not like each other. Like on the field. Off the field, he was cool, especially at the combine. But during the game, yeah, that joker, he tried to decapitate folks out there the way he used. One time he hit Brody, man, I thought he killed him, bro. For real. For real. That's of course, you know who's their coach. Saban was their coach when they won a championship. So, man, they sent the blitz down the middle, like it was disguised, like it was a good drawn up blitz. I didn't see it. Nobody seen it. I mean, you just saw him come right down the middle, and Brody backwards turn. When he hit Brody, bro, I thought I heard bones breaking that boy back, man.
You know, he ain't but this big, so you know.
I know. Exactly. And you know, Laurel Landry already like a little bodybuilder back there, strong safety.
Yeah, he was.
He hit that boy, man. I thought he killed him, man. But that boy there, yeah. Me and him couldn't get along for real, but he was a good ball player.
Right. Funniest moment.
The funniest moment.
Yeah.
Man, we got a lot of those. I think one of the funniest moments, my brother, LaRon McClain. Every game he's funny.
I knew he'd be involved.
LaRon used to talk more trash during the game than any. That's the only one dude I know would talk trash to the other team the entire game, nonstop. But one time when we was playing against Florida, man, somebody was I guess I got tackled and they was on top of me. And the only thing I hear LaRon like cussing coming up, like get the off. Then he got one big boy. He got one big ball for me. And when he was hitting me up, they're like, "Dang, bro, you stink like a whoa." I mean, like, dude, you do more trash talk. I'm like, one day somebody gonna try to come out of the game, try to fight you. So, yeah, he said that to that big boy. That big boy just started laughing and walked off because he could do nothing but laugh because he was stinking it.
All right, last one. Your favorite moment at Bama?
Favorite moment at Bama? That's a good one. I had a lot of favorite moments. I guess my favorite moment is when one of my favorite moments out of all of them, I say when we beat the brakes off Florida.
Ooh.
When everybody, thought we was gonna count us out when we did what we had
Y'all
to do.
destroyed
showing
Urban
up.
Meyer.
Yeah, that's
I'm
when.
saying this. Y'all ruined Chris Leake's career.
Yeah, he won the same, and that's how I talk about them dogs on defense. They was at them. That was one of my most favorite moments. One of them is when we took care of business with them boys.
Hey, that's a great example. Real quick, everybody, I want to remind y'all we will be live from the Bryant Museum this month, April 25th and 26th at our regular time. Get there early, be in the audience, show us some love. We're going to have guests coming through the building, Antonio Langham, Christian Miller, Bobby Humphrey. Katie, if you're in town, come on through. We're going to have some wings. It's going to be a party, man. We are celebrating the NFL draft. We're going to be talking about this class of Alabama players headed to the NFL and what to expect and getting stories from you guys as far as what to expect. All right, now it's time to kind of close things up. As always, I'll start with you, Marvin. Tell people what's going on with you, how they can get a hold of 40 Plus and all that good stuff.
Oh, well, you can find me on my Instagram, Constant45, and on there you'll find a direct link to Amazon to grab a copy of my book. I promise you, that's $15 you'll ever spend. 3 different workout programs, one for beginner, one for intermediate, and one for those who've been doing it a while. So, it's 3 different 6-week workout programs, 18 weeks worth of workouts, and you can write in the book to track your progress along the way. So, the biggest thing is, again, understanding in your late 30s, 40s, and, 50s, the body doesn't operate the way it used to, in your teens and your 20s. So to be in shape, it takes a different, mindset and approach, but you can still hold it down, though. You can still hold it in the road,
Number fat. I'm just joking with you, my dog.
Oh, Lord, man, you made him do it again, man.
He know I just be talking. I just be trying to get him routed up a little
43 years old, still holding it in the road, baby.
2 more years, you'll be that number in your background.
Oh, yeah, it's coming. I hope I live to see it.
You will.
MFR Jones wants you to buy Marvin's book, Bo. He feels like he might help with your USFL career.
Man, if I buy Marvin book, man, I'll be big as an ox.
They want you to get some guns, Bo.
I don't see any. I just see me.
He said the safety zone.
They want you to get some hammers like that, Bo, so you get to a real stiff arm.
Squidward's World wants to know, Martin, about your OnlyFans. Do you have one? What's a good promo code?
Maybe Jones should buy Marvin book. He may be thin as a pencil.
Hey, that's a good selling point. Stephen M. Smith, what you got coming up, man? How can folks find you on the interwebs?
Well, we're still talking NFL draft because that's coming up. And obviously, Bama players are taking visits. Bryce Young has visited with the Texans. He got worked out by the Colts. So we're trying to see who's going to take Bryce Young. Will Anderson just came off a visit with the Texans and the Lions. Who's going to take Will Anderson? I think Brian Branch has a visit with the Texans. Who's going to take Brian Branch? So a lot of these guys are having their NFL visits right now. So it's going to be fun to document this draft and spring practice. We're still talking about that. The guys are going to solidify these positions here, offensively, defensively. Hopefully, at some point, we will see Marvin virtually become a part of the coaching staff. Become a part of the virtual coaching staff. Not you being there, Marvin, but you virtually telling everybody what to do. You virtually.
If they want me, that's fine.
Did Jahmyr Gibbs take any visits?
Jahmyr has one set up. He took one with the Cowboys and the Eagles. I think he's got one set up with the Atlanta Falcons. He was talking to a Falcons rep quite a bit at Pro Day. I think he's got one with the Falcons. He may have one set up for the Ravens down the road, though.
Yes.
Oh, Jones.
Hey, I'll take him for the Ravens, but for some reason I feel like he's going to be a Cowboy. Bo, leaves you.
Jerry got that money. Jerry gonna get him.
Jeez. Bo, that leaves you before we hit KD for his info. What you got going on? Of course, we know the USFL. Get fans up to date, how they can get tickets and all that good stuff.
Yeah, man, we in camp right now. We break camp on Friday. Um, yeah, break camp on Friday. First game April the 15th, 7:30 Eastern time, 6:30 Central time. You can get your tickets at usfl.com, or you can just click on the little ad that's on Instagram, or you can, they've been advertising it pretty well with the tickets and all that. So I'm pretty sure they have seen it. But yeah, that's where I'm at right now. And then you can still buy your clothing from me. The Be About Your Business clothing line is still going. I think March was the highest month of selling. Um, yeah, that's about it. And Cameo still going on as well too. So requested videos if you got birthday anniversaries or whatever it may be. I'm still there.
And don't forget to tell them about your show tomorrow night.
Man, I see how much I got going on. I can't even
It's a
remember.
lot.
And my developmental focus point tomorrow, 7:30, with me and Christian, Blake Sams, and Trenton Richardson, with the developmental focus point, talking about developing young kids that's in middle school and high school. Basically teaching them the things that we know now that we wish we knew back then, and hopefully that they take that and run with it.
I hear you. Y'all definitely tune into that. Jase McClellan wants to know, will you guys be in attendance for the A-Day game?
I will be there.
I'll be there Tuesday.
You'll be there Tuesday.
After A-Day.
After A-Day. I got you. KD, that leaves you, man. If you would, get the fans up to date on what you got going on, how they can find you on social media, and if there's anything you want to plug, go ahead so we can get it promoted.
Well, man, I'm not hard to find at all, to be honest with you, especially on social media. It's just my name, Kenneth Darby. All right, on all platforms, social, Facebook and Instagram, actually. As far as what I have going on, man, I'm just still trying to build this real estate empire, baby. I got a company. We buy a lot of houses here in every state. We just buy them, fix them up, and try to put families in them. All right, so that's what I've been doing here these last 5-6 years. So I'm just continuing to try to build that. So I'm definitely doing that. So if I know anybody looking to sell some properties or get rid of some, definitely reach out to me. Like I say, you can find me on all social media, Facebook and Instagram mostly. And again, Kenneth Darby. Hard to miss.
What's up?
You in Alabama?
Yep, I'm in Alabama.
What part?
Madison.
Thank you.
That's a nice area. Yeah, you can swing on down for that show. We're going to have the Bryant Museum, man. You're not too far away.
Hey, man, I may just do that. No, speaking of which, I do have a camp coming up for kids. So on the 15th, actually, it's early that morning to 12 p.m.
Where's that going to be at? How can
it's
they get
going to be
involved?
here in Huntsville. So, yeah, I definitely can send you that link if anybody want to sign their kid up. We still taking registration till this Friday. We're going to cut off registration, but it's from 7 to 12 on April 15th. The age is from 5 to 12. So we're going to run a whole camp, me and for some other guys that I've, of course, played with. So we're going to kind of get that organized for kid camp this next weekend.
Cool. Good deal. Man, we greatly appreciate you jumping on with us tonight, man. We had a good time.
Man. Been
Always
a while,
good to have
man.
a legend. Most definitely. And it's good to know we have somebody on the offensive side of the ball that could definitely put Marvin in the dirt.
Right. Big Bo.
Anything you want to add, Marvin? We can't leave without the last word.
My play spoke for itself. No need to comment.
All right, folks. Everybody
for themselves.
True that. Everybody, thank you all for tuning in. Thank you for being in the live chat. If you're watching the replay, leave a comment, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Help us to get to that 5,000 mark as far as subscribers. And we will definitely see you guys in a few weeks. Make sure you be there. That'll do for us. Roll Tide.
Roll Tide, fellas.